Okay, let's do some one-step, two-step, and multi-step equations. We're going to fill in the information that you put down on your INB, page 42. Now, to begin with, the one-step equations, just solve those, work them out. You can check them on the pages on the pictures that I sent. If you do not know what an inverse operation is for something that you're doing, check page 26 of your INB. We took notes on that way back at the first part of school. So then for the two-step equations, now I've got these little notes that I've added on the left and the right. I would add them to my notebook. That way you kind of know what you're doing if you ever have to look back at this. I'm going to solve one problem for you. The second one I want you to solve. Check it on the pictures. Now please don't just go to the pictures and copy it down. That kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, so it says for two-step equations, my first step is to undo the multiplication the addition or subtraction on the variable side. So I'm going to change colors just a little bit here. So I've got a subtraction, so I have to undo that with addition. So I'm adding 8 on each side. So those two will cancel, and I will have 5x left over on this side of the equal sign. And on this side, I'm adding, and I'll get 20. So now then, the next step is undo the multiplication or division on the variable side. I have multiplication. I undo that with division. I have to do it both sides. Those will cancel, and I will get x or 1x, same thing. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. So my answer there is x is equal to 4. And then if I wish to check, if I plug that 4 back in, then it should work out. So that would have 5 times 4 minus 8 is equal to 12. Okay, order of operations, by the way, I forgot to tell you that the first page on there, the things to remember, that is a picture in there. And one of the things is order of operations you have to remember. It tells me multiplication comes first. So I've got 20 minus 8 is equal to 12. 20 minus 8, I believe, is 12. So 12 equals to 12. So this tells me that, yes, I am correct in what I did. So that is a two-step equation. So you work the second one, check it out on the pictures. These right here are multi-step equations. Same thing. I'm going to work one of them. You work the other one. These notes on the left and the right, the color typing there, you can add to yours. That way, if you look back, you can see what you did. Let me change colors, and let's get to work. Step 1, combine and distribute. Okay, so I need to combine my like terms. I've got a 10x and a negative 7x. So 10 minus 7, that would give me 3x minus 5 over here. And negative 8, I've got to distribute that all throughout there. So negative 8 times 6, well, a negative times a positive is a negative. So negative 48. A negative times another positive, well, that's a negative. Negative 8 times 5 is negative 40x. Okay, so I combined and I distributed. Step 2, move all the variable terms to one side. So I would like to get my variable terms on one side. So since I've got a negative 40 here, I'm going to move it by adding 40x right there and adding 40x here. That way I keep my variable positive. It just makes it easier to work with. So that would be 43x minus 5 is equal to a negative 48. Okay, so now I've got to get rid, it says step number 3 is undo the addition or subtraction on the variable side. So I undo my subtraction here by adding 5 on either side, on both sides. So that will cancel, leaving me with 43x. And this negative plus a positive, I'm actually subtracting, and I keep the sign of the bigger number, which is a negative sign, because 48 is bigger than 5. and I would get a negative 43. So now, step 4, I have to undo the multiplication or division, so I have multiplication. Well, I have to divide by 43. Sorry about that, 43. So these two will cancel, and I am left with x is equal to a negative 1. So now to check it, I plug it back in. Now I'm not going to go all the way to the first to plug it back in, because that was before I combined. I'm going to plug it back in where I had combined these terms. So I'm going to plug it back in here, right here, where I've got 3 times a negative 1 minus 5 is equal to a negative 48. Oop, I'm going to have to go a little bit more space there. Let me cross that out. So 3 times a negative 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 48 minus 40 times a negative 1, which barely fits in. So 3 times a negative 1 would be a negative 3 minus 5 is equal to a negative 48. So a negative 40 times a negative 1 would be a positive 40. So I would have a negative 48 plus a positive 40. So a negative 3 plus a negative 5 is a negative 8. A negative 48 plus 40 is a negative 8. So that one tells me that it checks out. Okay. Finish the last multi-step problem, check it, and be ready for class tomorrow. See you then.